Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about Unit 9 Part 3 from Speak Out Pre-Intermediate. This part is called It Could Be A. In this part we are going to learn some functional phrases about making guesses in English, vocabulary about animals, and learn to give yourself time to think. First part is about vocabulary. Let's look at the word verbs. How many animals can you add to each category? Wild animals. We can say jaguar, lion, bear, tiger. Insect, bee, spider, fly, mosquito. Domestic or farm animals. We can say dog, cow, horse, goat, etc. And the reptile, we can say, for example, snake, tortoise, lizard, crocodile, etc. Here we have a quiz. Man or beast? I'm going to read the quiz and please guess the answers. We can't fly like birds, so we invented the plane. We can't swim like fish, so we invented the boat. We can't run like cheetahs, so we invented the car. Man is good at inventions, but we can't beat the beats at everything. Do the quiz to find out which is better, man or beast. 1. Who has the best sense of direction? A monarch butterfly, a sea turtle, a New York taxi driver. 2. Who is the best athlete? A lion, a rat, a triathlete. 3. Who sleeps the most? A black bear, a sloth, a human baby. 4. Who has the best memory? An elephant, a jay, a bird. A university professor. I hope you guessed the answers. We have a listening here. You are going to listen to 3 people discussing the questions in the quiz. How many did you get correct? Well, check it. And we'll complete exercise 5A. Let's match the animals or people in the quiz with the sentences 1 to 8. Let's listen and complete it.
Unit 9, Recording 5. Question 1. The best sense of direction. Perhaps it's the butterfly.
Not sure.
It's hard to say. Well, it could be sea turtles.
Maybe.
They swim everywhere, don't they?
It might be. But I think it's the butterfly. Can't be the taxi driver, can it?
It's definitely not the taxi driver. Okay, here are the answers. Sea turtles travel 3,000 miles a year, and when they lay eggs, they go back to the place where they were born. So they have a great sense of direction. New York taxi drivers drive 37,500 miles a year. They know the fastest way to any address in New York. But sea turtles and taxi drivers do not have the best sense of direction.
So it must be the butterfly.
The winner is the monarch butterfly. At the end of every summer, they fly from Canada to Mexico, and no one knows how they do it. Question 2. So who's the best athlete? That's a good question.
I'm not sure.
It could be triathletes.
Or rats.
Rats are the winners. A rat is the Superman of animals. Rats can kill animals that are much bigger than they are. And they can eat electric wires. They can swim a mile and survive in water for 3 days. They can also jump 3 feet and fall 45 feet and survive.
That's amazing. Question 3.
Who sleeps the most? Let me think. It can't be the human baby, can it? And it's not the black bear.
It must be the sloth. They spend most of their lives asleep.
So, what's the answer?
Well, the black bear sleeps for about 7 months a year. The females are even half asleep when they have their babies.
Wow!
Human babies usually sleep about 18 hours a day, but only in their first few months. So sloths are the winner. They sleep 15 to 18 hours a day for their whole life.
Question 4. Who has the best memory? That's a good question. It's hard to say.
It must be humans. We remember things for years.
Or elephants?
Here's the answer. Female elephants remember friendly elephant faces, and this helps protect the group. Jays store their food in secret places and always remember where they put it. But humans are the winners. We have the best memory because we are able to organize time. We have concepts like yesterday, last week, and tomorrow. And these help us to remember things better. We also have ways to record information like writing and photos.
I thought so.
Okay, as you listened, we got the right answers for question 1. Who has the best sense of direction? The right answer is A, a monarch butterfly. Question 2, who is the best athlete? The right answer is B, rat. Question 3, who sleeps the most? The right answer is B, a sloth. Question 4, who has the best memory? The right answer is C, a university professor. And let's match the animals, people in the quiz with the sentences 1 to 8. They lay their eggs when they were born, sea turtles. They go from Canada to Mexico every year, monarch butterflies. They can eat electric wires, rats. They can survive in water for 3 days, again, rats. They sleep 18 hours a day for the first few months of their life, human babies. They sleep between 15 and 18 hours a day for their whole life, sloths. They remember friendly faces, elephants. They hide their food and remember where it is, jays. Okay, let's move to the next page. We have here phrases that we use while making guesses. Let's listen to the first part again and number the phrases in the order that you hear them. Let's listen.
Unit 9. Recording 6. The best sense of direction. Perhaps it's the butterfly.
Not sure.
It's hard to say. Well, it could be sea turtles.
Maybe.
They swim everywhere, don't they?
It might be. But I think it's the butterfly. Can't be the taxi driver, can it?
It's definitely not the taxi driver.
Okay, here are the answers. Sea turtles travel 3,000 miles a year, and when they lay eggs, they go back to the place where they were born. So they have a great sense of direction. New York taxi drivers drive 37,500 miles a year. They know the fastest way to any address in New York. But sea turtles and taxi drivers do not have the best sense of direction.
So it must be the butterfly.
Okay, the first phrase is E, perhaps. Second one, A, it could be. 3, C, maybe. 4, B, it might be. 5, D, it can't be. 6, F, it's definitely not. 7, G, it must be. Now let's complete the table with the phrases from exercise 6A. So which phrases mean it is possible? When we say something is possible, we say it could be, it might be, maybe, and perhaps. When we think something is not possible, we say it can't be, and it is definitely not. When something is certain, we say it must be. Now let's answer the questions. Which are the silent letters? Letters which are not pronounced in could and might. As we pronounce could and might, as you see, the silent letters are L in could and G in might. We don't pronounce them. And how do you say must when you are speaking quickly? We usually don't say must. We just say must while speaking quickly. For example, it must be. Let's listen and repeat.
Unit 9, Recording 7. 1. It could be triathletes. 2. It might be. 3. It must be humans.
Okay, let's move second exercise. Exercise 7A. Underline the correct alternative. Let's complete it. 1. What is the world's biggest fish? It can't be a whale because whales aren't fish. 2. What is the world's fastest bird? It is definitely not a penguin. They can't fly. What is the largest bird? It must be an ostrich because they are often taller than humans. 4. What is the longest land animal? It can't be a crocodile because some snakes are much longer. 5. What is the world's fastest land animal? Maybe it is a cheetah because they can run at 100 kilometers per hour. 6. Which animal causes the most deaths? It is definitely not a shark because they only kill a few people every year. 7. Which animal has the largest brain? It must be a whale because they are very large and intelligent. 8. Which animal lives the longest? It might be a tortoise because they can live to 150 years old. You can find the answers to the questions on page 164. And learn to give yourself time to think. Let's look at the extracts from audio script 9.5. Underline 4 phrases that give you time to think. The best sense of direction, perhaps it is the butterfly. I'm not sure. It is hard to say. Well, it could be sea turtles. It might be, but I think it is the butterfly. It can't be the taxi driver, can it? Who sleeps the most? Let me think. Who has the best memory? That's a good question. Now, as you see in the extract, we use some phrases that gives ourselves time to think. For example, we say, or we say, well, or we can say, let me think. That's a good question. We use those phrases in order to gain some time to think while speaking. Now let's complete exercise 9A. Find and correct the mistakes in each conversation. The world's fastest animal. Let me think. We don't need to. Well, I'm not sure. We don't say much. I'm not sure, but I think it is the cheetah. The animal that lives the longest. That's a good question. We use article A. That's a good question. It is hard to say. We need to. It is hard to say, but it could be the tortoise. And we have here a speaking exercise. You can look at the photos A to E below and answer the questions. Which animal parts are shown? Why do you think the parts are special? And you can compare your ideas with other students and then check your answers on page 164. Those are the photos. That's all for today. This is the end of our lesson. See you next time. Goodbye.